What's up everyone, welcome back to ARTV, my name is John, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new EP by the alternative rock band from the UK, Nothing But Thieves. It's titled, What Did You Think When You Made Me This Way? I was surprised to see how quickly Nothing But Thieves followed up their sophomore effort, Broken Machine, a fantastic record, one of my favorites of last year, and just a year removed from that, we have a new single, a new EP, and they're still going strong. The first song that they released from this little EP is titled Forever and Evermore, and it lyrically revolves around vampires and love and a toxic relationship, and it's just a very interesting but also fantastic cut that really had me interested to see what they would do on this project. The rockers do exactly what they do best on this EP. They rock out, but they also have some persuasive lyrics that really convey the messages that they're trying to hit home, and lead singer Connor Mason once again continues to impress me with his vocals and just the craftsmanship that the rest of the band is showing, how standout the bass is and how flashy and showman-like the guitar is. Everybody is doing their best performances on this EP, and once again it continues a win streak for Nothing But Thieves. The best thing that I'm hearing on this new release is the amount of variety that is scattered in just 4 songs. They, yes, have a similar tone to them, and they feel very connected as a body of work, but also from Gods to You Know Me Too Well, or even Forever and Evermore, we're getting a variety of different subjects that are being touched on, whether it be writing from a character's perspective on Forever and Evermore, or something that feels a little bit more like social commentary on Gods. It's great, and I love the perspectives, the insight that is offered, and I feel like these songs are getting smarter and smarter, and the songwriting is just so sharp at this point. The music is very, very addictive. It's something that you're going to want to play over and over again. In fact, before reviewing this, I easily listened to the EP nearly 10 times, and I didn't even feel like it was that many times because it just flies by and you want to hear it again. The lead single, Forever and Evermore, opens up this EP, and it has a burst of energy with some kind of rollicking guitars that you just immediately fall in love with. It's one of those things where you can recognize that it's Nothing But Thieves, but they're also adding some extra depth and rhythm to the song in general, and then the lyrics are just so intriguing because he's singing about this vampire that seems to have lured him in, this woman that's maybe taking over his life, and then maybe the girl is crying out, "What did you think when you made me this way?" It all comes together, and I didn't initially pick up on those themes, but once you dig into this song, or bite in, I suppose, it all makes sense. Track number 2, Gods, is hands down one of the best songs that Nothing But Thieves have ever recorded. It has a heaviness about it in multiple senses, one of those, yes, being musically with some crushing guitars, a great bass breakdown that really just leads up to the payoff once again for those guitars and drums and everything to smash back into it, but you also have the heaviness in the sense of the social commentary that's going on. Mason seemingly discusses gods being everywhere, the idea, the construct, and the fact that maybe we look to see people and we don't necessarily see a god, but people see themselves as gods and they have influence over us, and he's tired of that and he wants to break out of it. And as a result, the song feels very charismatic, but also a lot of thought goes into it, and it's one of those songs that kind of leaves you questioning. You Know Me Too Well has a bit of a funky swell to it, especially in its first act. I think the chorus does kind of fall a little bit flatter than I hoped it would, especially with the momentum that it had going into the chorus, and it does grow on you with repeated listens. It's by no means a throwaway song, but still, it's probably my least favorite on the little EP. That being said, the lyrics on it are still so strong, and in fact, it gives me confidence to see what Nothing But Thieves will do in the future, because if anything, the lyrics have perhaps been a little bit weak in places on their first 2 records, but with the art that they're showing us on this new EP, signs are looking very good for album number 3. Another great sign is the closing track, Take This Lonely Heart. It's a song that rivets in many ways and leaves a shiver down the spine as it goes on. It starts off talking about kind of maybe wearing your heart on a sleeve because you've been hurt in a relationship or in a bad situation in life, but it also kind of applies an armor to oneself, saying that I'm going to be stronger the next time that something comes at me. And Mason seemingly discusses not knowing where to look for the future because he keeps looking up and he has a pain in his neck at this point. He discusses in the pre-chorus that just hits so much harder even the second time around. It's one of the best pre-choruses that I've heard the entire year, and it just throttles. Once you finally get to the chorus, you already feel like you've been there and you're building and growing with the song, and there's so much payoff, just so much going on in the mix. It's all fantastic. The UK rockers Nothing But Thieves continue to impress on their new EP, What Did You Think When You Made Me This Way? 4 very strong songs, in fact 3 that I find to be almost perfect and 1 to be very, very solid. It's another great entry from Nothing But Thieves, and I'm excited to see what they do in the future. And yes, of course, they are still deserving of that accolade that I've thrown on them of being one of my favorite bands of the 2010s. What did you guys think though? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you have not heard it yet, there is a link to stream it in the description. Me personally, I am rating this a 4.5. Anyways, don't forget to drop a like on the review while you're here and subscribe if you're new in town. Catch up on my Nothing But Thieves Broken Machine review by tapping right over here if you haven't already seen that. If you want to see another rock review, then tap right here to see my review of the new Struts album. Other than that, you can connect with me on social media and my Patreon if you would like to support the channel at the links in the description down below, and I'll see you soon for more on ARTV.